Hello students, welcome to yet another lecture of atomic structure. In the yesterday's class, we have stopped at Bohr's model of the atom. We have seen its postulates and how he has applied his model on hydrogen or hydrogen atoms like ion, right? So, but its limitations also we have seen. He was unable to explain complex molecules and he was unable to explain how they are getting their stability. So, to overcome Bohr's model, they have come up with yet another model, and this model is not going to be changed. This model which came after Bohr has laid its foundation different from other models, right? And that model is nothing but quantum mechanical model, which means they have applied quantum mechanics and came up with different types, right? First concept which they have applied in quantum mechanical model is dual behavior of the matter, which was already seen in Bohr also. And the second is Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. Looking at the first concept, which is dual behavior, what we have seen is, what is the formula? Lambda is equals to h by mv, right, m mu. Based on this formula, what they told is matter or electron, for not just electron, here you can consider matter also, because matter is also having an electron and its arrangement. If you understand matter, electron becomes very easy for us to understand, right? So, matter has got wave nature as well as particle nature. Wave nature is because of its wavelength and particle nature is because of its mass, right? But when you substitute mass and velocity by taking wave nature, it becomes momentum. Its speed is dependent on its mass, and its speed determines how much will be its wavelength. So, both the nature exist together, right? Both the nature exist together. If you want to represent one nature, you can write that as P. If you want to explain dual nature, mass which is particle, wavelength which is wave like nature, both of them has explained together, right? That was dual concept of the matter. Coming to the Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. His principle states that suppose you are taking electron, it is a small object, right? He says that object moving continuously, any object whether small or large, if any object is moving continuously, it is impossible, that means it is not possible for us to determine. What you are telling, that electron is continuously moving around the nucleus, right? Is it a moving object or not? Though it is small, but it is a moving object. When object is moving, it is not possible to determine its velocity as well as mass simultaneously. Mass and velocity is not possible to determine together. Separately you can determine mass of that object, separately you can determine velocity of that moving object, but you cannot determine mass and velocity of the object which is moving simultaneously. That principle is called as Heisenberg uncertainty principle, which states it is impossible to determine both mass and velocity, or you can also say momentum. Instead of saying velocity, you can also say momentum. Mass of the particle and momentum of the particle is impossible to determine simultaneously. Why so? Let us look at the picture. Okay, suppose this is nucleus, okay, and it is electron, right? And this orbit is called as the path at which electron is moving. It is following this path only, right? So, it is called as orbit. Suppose electron is there. Now, I want to determine both of them together. Say at a point, say for instance you take some time, exact fixed time. Suppose at 4 hours 5 minutes 5 seconds. Okay, suppose at that time, at 5th second of 5th minute of 4th hour, I want to determine electron's mass as well as electron momentum. At that point, if you are telling that electron is here only, at this point, where will the electron be? Suppose at this point electron is here. If you are imagining electron to be here, that means this body has got this mass, speed cannot, can you tell that at 5th second electron is here only, but the moment you tell electron is here only, that means electron is not moving. Is it moving? At this point, if the electron is here, you want to tell that at this point electron is here. Your meaning is nothing but electron is here only, at that point it is not moving. You are fixing the electron at that position only, but electron will not be fixed. Electron will be continuously moving. Suppose you are telling that at this point electron's speed is this much, right? You cannot tell its position. The next concept of quantum mechanical model is Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. According to that principle, what he tells is, if you want to determine the position of the object which is moving, object he has taken, whether the object can be small or large. If any object is moving continuously with its own speed, you cannot determine both position of that object and momentum of that object simultaneously. You can individually determine position of that object, you can individually determine momentum of that object, but together you cannot determine at one point of time. At the same time, you cannot determine both. That principle is called as Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. Why? Let us take as an example, if this is nucleus and this is electron. Suppose this is the orbit through which electron is moving, okay, and I want to determine, this is the electron, sometimes electron is moving in this path, sometimes electron is here, and the moment you look it becomes here, the same electron is moving in this direction. Right? This is the path in which electron is moving. Now I want to determine position. Position means you want to fix at which position the electron is. You are telling, okay, this is the position of the electron. If you are telling that the position of electron is here, what does that mean? It was not moving, that's why its position was here. If it was moving, will it be at this position only? No, it changes. The moment you say that electron's position is here, it will not be there, it continuously moves. So, if you want to tell that this is the position of electron and this is only the speed of electron, can you tell like that? You can tell position, but it means that its speed is 0, that's why it is here. If its speed was some value at some 10 kilometers per hour, electron is at this position only, can you tell? No, at 0 speed only, that means if it is not moving, then only it can be at this position. Suppose you want to calculate its speed. Electron is traveling with a speed of 10 kilometers per hour. Then where is its position? Can you fix that position? No. If electron is traveling with a speed of 10 kilometers per hour, that means you can no longer fix, okay, this is the position of electron or this is the position. The moment you try to fix, that means you are giving electron this place only, which is not moving. So, if you are fixing the position, momentum becomes 0. If you are fixing the momentum, position is not same. So, one can be determined, this can be determined, but together you cannot determine both position and momentum. Suppose I am moving continuously in this path. Before the race itself, before the race my starting position was this. If I started moving at some point of time, they say that I am in the middle of the path in which I am racing. That means my position they told, but if I am at the middle of the path, what is my speed? I am standing in the middle of the path only, that's why they are telling my position. If I was able to move continuously, can they tell that I am at the middle of the point only? No. If I am continuously moving without stopping, they cannot tell my position. If I stopped at this position, then only they are telling my position, but my speed cannot be determined. If you want to determine the speed of the object, you cannot determine momentum of the object. If you want to determine momentum of the object, you cannot determine its position. Momentum is nothing but speed, right? So that was the formula of Heisenberg uncertainty. X is the position, P is the momentum. Uncertainty in position and uncertainty in momentum. Don't think P is the position. P is nothing but momentum. Momentum is nothing but mass into velocity, right? Momentum is nothing but mass into velocity. This is uncertainty in position, this is uncertainty in momentum, is always greater than h by 4 pi, right? So now this mass I am bringing here, uncertainty in position, uncertainty in speed greater than or equal to h by 4 m pi. That means uncertainty in position is inversely proportional to mass. Smaller the size of object, higher it will move, with greater speed it moves. It becomes even more difficult to determine both the values together for smaller objects, right? If the object is a little bit larger, there might be uncertainty is there, but not that much. If the object is so small that within fraction of second it is moving, is it possible to stop the object even for a fraction of second, note down its velocity, note down its mass and then allow it to move? No. The smaller the object is, the uncertainty will be more. If the object is larger in size, stopping the object for a while, for a fraction of second, and in that fraction of second only you are determining its momentum, you are determining its position, that uncertainty is less. But if the object is very small, like electrons, smaller object example in this model is electrons, larger example is, you can take an example of a cricket ball. Larger the size of the object, lesser will be the uncertainty. Smaller the size of the objects, more will be the uncertainty. That is Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. Okay, please copy down this and let us go to the next topic. Now based on that quantum mechanical model, let us look at how quantum numbers are understood for each and every atom it is arranged in the inside the atom. But before going for quantum numbers, let us look at some names called as orbit. Next is orbital and spin, right? So in the previous models we have seen that nucleus is present in the center and electronic energy levels are quantized, right? These rounds which you are able to see, so according to Bohr's model and the previous quantum mechanical model, we know that nucleus in the center and electrons or energy levels are fixed, right? This is nothing but road or path. In that path electron revolves, right? And that path is nothing but orbit, and that orbit will be fixed, right? And it is called as stationary states. This orbit is called as first orbit, this orbit is called as the second orbit, and it is followed thereafter, right? Orbit is nothing but round circular path in which electron revolves, right? This is nothing but orbit. Inside each orbit, we told that electron is revolving. How it is revolving? in the form of a wave, right? Wave like nature having this pattern is present on each and every orbit, right? So orbital electron has got certain probability of its position. In this position the chances of finding the electron is 0, is more. In this position the chances of finding the electron is less. Again this position chances of finding the electron is more. Again at this position chances, the black region or the area which I have colored are the areas in which chances of electron to be present is more, right? And this portion of dots which I have kept are called as nodes, right? At that node the chances of electron to be present at that point is very less, right? So this is called as chances of finding the electron. You cannot say chance, what you have to say is probability of finding an electron is high in these regions, right? And that is this is the point, it is called as nodes in which probability of finding the electron is more, right? These positions are called as orbitals or peaks, and each and every orbital, there are different orbitals in which electrons can be present. Orbital can be s orbital, this is just an example, right? Orbital can be s orbital, orbital can be p, d and f. If you say orbital is s, that means I told that darker regions are nothing but orbitals in which probability of finding the electrons are high, right? Lighter regions are not having any probability. So if I say s orbitals, in the center is nucleus, all the regions is colored. S orbital means electron is continuously revolving inside that round shape. Electron's position can be anywhere in this circle. That is the probability of s orbital. S orbital, its chances of finding is in this round shape. When I say p orbital, it is in the form of this wave, and p orbital is having dumbbell shape, right? S orbital is having round shape, p orbital is having dumbbell shape. D orbital, this is p, s, p. D orbital is having the probability of finding an electron in double dumbbell shape. This is the point at which you will call it as node. Can you see any node in the s orbital? There is no node in the s orbital. Nodes starts to come from p, d or f, but in the s orbital there is no node, because probability is there throughout the round shape, right? But for p there is a node, chances at the top is more, chances at the bottom is more, in the center there is no chance. Same way, chances at the top is more, bottom is more, left is more, right is more, but in the middle there is no chance for the electron to come. That is D shape, which is double dumbbell shape, right? Similarly, F shape, G shape, all the orbitals comes, but most important for us is these three orbitals. So these are nothing but orbitals, which means the chances of or the probability of finding the electron is high, that are called as orbitals. Next is, if this is the area in which electron has more chance, inside that colored area only, whether the electron is facing upward or whether the electron is rotating clockwise orbit, orbit is clockwise, in the direction of clockwise it is rotating. That clockwise direction is indicated by upward spin. Spin means direction in which it is rotating. Is it rotating in the clockwise direction? If it is rotating so in the clockwise direction, spin is upward, having +½ value. If it is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction, anti-clockwise means this direction, anti-clockwise, If the electron is rotating in anti-clockwise direction, its spin is indicated by downward arrow, value is -12. These are the three things you have to remember. Orbit means large circles. Inside that large circles, many orbitals will be there. Inside that orbitals, electron will rotate with its speed and direction. Right? Knowing these three things, you have to know each and every electron has got what quantum number, and each and every electron of an atom has got 4 quantum numbers, and in the atom, if there are many electrons, there are certain postulates for each and every electron, like Aufbau's principle and Hund's rule and maximum multiplicity rule. All these rule has to be applied, then only quantum number is proposed or written for each and every atom. Okay, stop.